I'll give some of these anti-initiative folks credit for being creative. I'll get to that in a moment, but they're out. So for instance, we've had a lot of reports, and we're trying to collect a video as well, of signature gatherers being screamed at by these people, of these progressive groups sending out these anti-initiative individuals whenever they hear about a signing location, trying to get them kicked off the property so they can't collect signatures places. So they are trying to actively take away your right and your ability to sign one of these things, which is so deeply wrong to me. Again, it's just about voters voting. I mean, you talk so much about, threats to democracy. You're trying to remove lawful signature gatherers by tattling on them, by filing complaints against them, by showing up and screaming and making a scene so people just feel completely turned off by the whole situation. That's wrong to me. I got sent pictures of a couple flyers. One of them, again, these are flyers being handed out to people who are faced with, hey, do I want to sign this petition? Well, read this flyer first. Here's what this flyer says. Don't sign extreme petitions that set us back. Again, there's that freaking word extreme again. Is it really extreme to want lower gas prices? Of course it's not. These people are unhinged. It says circulators may tell you these are reasonable, common sense measures to improve Washington. However, they are funded by one extreme multimillionaire who's trying to dodge the taxes he owes to our communities and to undo progress we made. Okay, first of all, let me comment on that before I read the rest. So Brian Haywood, who's funding these, he is rich. He's acknowledged that. He talks about it on the show. He's using his own money to do this. One of them I can see being relevant to that line there, saying, he's trying to dodge the taxes he owes. It sounds like he doesn't pay taxes. Like he has this back, there's a bill of taxes that he's owed. That's stupid. They're talking about the capital gains tax, which, yeah, he is someone who would be subjected to a tax on capital gains. But if that were the case, if he was just trying to use his money to repeal the tax on capital gains, you could make an argument that, here's a rich guy and he doesn't want to pay it. Although it is unconstitutional. That's a good argument against it in and of itself. But what would be in it? We asked Brian this on our show. What would be in it for a multimillionaire to also spend his own money trying to lower gas prices? You think Brian Haywood, when he rolls up to the gas pump, cares if it's $4 or $5 personally? He probably notices it, like, gosh, that got expensive, but he doesn't care in terms of it doesn't hurt his pocket. So why is he doing it? It's not some rich guy who's trying to get out. Do you think he cares about whether it does not make or break him if gas is $3, $4, $5? But he's doing it because it's wrong. And they lied about it. And they're making it about the environment as if the only policies they can come up with to help the environment are things that hurt the working class. So anyway, the flyer goes on to say, the petitions they're asking you to sign take aim at our kids and their schools. No, they don't. Working families trying to afford childcare, seniors who benefit from long-term care, and clean energy solutions that tackle the glowing climate crisis. Yeah, again, if you can't tackle the climate crisis while also not putting people in the poorhouse, then you're incompetent at your job. But this whole idea that, long-term care for seniors. No, we're talking about the long-term care tax, which, hey, they can keep it. If you, the initiative of the six, one of them is to make the long-term care tax optional. So you can decide as an individual, do I want it or do I not want it? Because if you don't want it, then it's just socialized long-term care. And you're being forced by the government to pay for something that you're never going to use. So if you want to use it, Fuse Washington, or in this case, this is SEIU. This is a flyer being handed out by a very powerful union, very powerful pro-democrat, pro-progressive union. So if your people want it, and that's why, right? They benefit from long-term care tax. Of course, the union's going to say that. They benefit from all these taxes. Of course, they're going to say they're extreme. When they are just reasonable common sense. Read them for yourself. Don't listen to me. So anyway, here's the one that I'll give them credit for it being creative. I'm still looking into, I've been told who's handing these out, but I haven't been able to verify it. And so I want to be able to actually verify it before I tell you, but there's some background there. But anyway, one of the other things happening to these signature gatherers, they're being offered jobs. This progressive entity is offering them jobs because there are paid signature gatherers. There are a lot of people you'll see out there collecting signatures for, because they believe in it. We did that just for as volunteers. But to run an initiative gathering process this big, you do have to have paid signature gatherers. Both sides use it. Brian Haywood is using them here. So what these progressive groups are doing is they're handing them a flyer suggesting that they've got a job for them where they can make a bunch of money so they don't have to do this. Isn't that crazy? So they're saying a 4-week licensing program. Do 15 submitted applications per week. We'll pay you a flat $1,200. It says that you can make a $2,000 bonus if you get licensed and appointed within the first 30 days. I'm trying to look into what the job is specifically that they're offering them. But isn't that, it says anything below, So that's creative. I will give them that. It's like they're saying, hey, you're doing this because you're getting paid. We'll pay you more to do something else. But it just shows the lengths that they're willing to go to, like coughing up more cash for these signature gatherings, as if it's like, now you're almost in this headhunting situation, right? It's like, oh, pay, collect signatures and we'll give you this much. Oh, don't collect signatures and we'll give you this much. Come on. The initiative and referendum process has gotten out of control. I don't see why we can't live in a space where if citizens want to sign something, they feel empowered to sign it, to learn about it, to read it, and to make a decision if they want to participate in that part of our democratic process. And then if it goes to voters, you get a vote. Yeah, I know that that's a little Pollyannish, and I'm not saying that there can't be some messaging, because I wouldn't put it past some initiatives, in the past to lie about what the initiative is about. But these are very simple. It's like, hey, do you want the carbon tax to go away? Yes or no? That's. Do you want lower gas prices? Yes or no? So to fearmonger, to lie, to harass, to go to the extent of saying, leave this job, we'll give you another job, is pretty wild. It also shows how freaked out they are by these initiatives. The other 5, if they've got enough, imagine if all 6 of them get enough signatures by the end of the year, and the legislature has given all 6 of these really huge initiatives to make a decision on. By the way, if you're out, if you see any of this activity, any of these flyers, any of the harassment, please get a video. I'm trying to document it to show the changes that need and the protections that need to be put in place for initiative gatherers. So please, please do it. And by the way, I will, on the record right now, where's my Constitution? Hand a Constitution. If we've got in the future some democratic initiative, even if I do not like it, and this sort of behavior is being perpetrated by the right, I promise you, I will be just as mad about it. And I will fight back about it just as hard. Because there's nothing that should interfere or intimidate people out of supporting something they want to support.